Coach, after a disjointed first half, your team came out in the second half, a collective effort. Just what can you say about how resilient they were tonight?
Yeah, I really loved the way we started the game, and just kind of got a little flat, and we turned it over a bit too much in the second quarter, Sabonis was really good tonight. It was a handful early, so we had to kind of figure out how to contain him a bit better. But we just kind of kept shuffling the deck till we can find something out there that worked in the second half. So.
Chris, 12 rebounds for Nas and then some big shots in the fourth. Just nice to see kind of him starting to put his fingerprints on.
Yeah, most pleased with the rebounding. The pursuit of the rebounding is something we've been talking a lot about, and he went and got the ball tonight, which was huge.
And it looks like Ant is definitely finding Rudy some more on those. Is that opening some things up? And
sure, yeah,
for your offense.
Yeah, I thought we did a great job of finding Rudy tonight, and for the most part, he did a really good job making the right decision. Again, one little patch there in the second where we kind of fought the game a little bit, not just him but others as well, and that kind of hurt our rhythm. But in the second half, just kind of trying to use their defense against them a little bit. So Ant was really good. So.
Given this in the first half of the Utah game, are you concerned at all that this team just thinks they're going to beat the other team and will turn it on when they have to?
No, I don't feel that. I don't think that's kind of what we need right now. Is we need a little bit more juice from our bench. I think our bench is too focused on production and not focused on energy enough. So that's where I think we need to be a little bit more kind of energetic from the bench. So.
It seemed like you guys really put the game away on the glass in the fourth quarter. I think 5 offensive rebounds. What did you think of them attacking that part of the game?
For us?
With the effort to kind of pull away. Yeah,
it's one of the places I think we can grow our offense is on the offensive glass. We haven't been all that active this season, and I thought we were able to. I thought had them in rotation a lot, so it opened up good lanes to get to the glass. So, and we needed those baskets. So.
Jaden left 3 different times tonight because of injuries, but he ends up coming back in and just is in terms of toughest players that you've ever coached. Where does he maybe rank?
Oh, he's tough. There's no doubt about it. He takes a lot of hits out there, just on a day-to-day basis with the way that he guards and who he guards and fighting through screens. So, thankfully none of them were serious enough to keep him from returning. So.
In third quarter, Ant got to the free throw line, I think, for 8 points. Was that an adjustment at halftime that you guys made, or was that just kind of reading the game?
I thought he was going. He did a great job of going downhill all game. I thought he didn't get the benefit of the doubt in some early, and to his credit, he kind of. I think he got it in his mind, so he was going to prove that he was getting fouled. So he wanted to make sure that he initiated the contact and did a good job of drawing those fouls. So.
Chris, it seemed like Dante gave you a spark a couple different times in the game, and he's been doing that consistently these past couple of weeks. But how important are those sparks? You talk about energy and those sort of things.
Yeah, I love the way Dante played tonight. He did a lot of little things. He kept pacing the game when it was kind of starting to slow down. He was communicating defensive changes, proactively. He was picking up his teammates when they were a little frustrated at times. Thought he was an incredible connective tissue for us tonight. Plus, he made big shots and big plays.
Pre-game, you talked about how the players have kind of said these cup games mean a little bit more, and they kind of want to win it. From a coaching perspective, as silly as that sounds, because it's a regular season game, do you coach any differently in these cup games?
Yeah, listen, I think we could have, being picky, we could have probably grown our lead at the end a little bit more, but with a back-to-back, and up double digits with 2 minutes to play, you probably pulling those guys a little earlier. So, we wanted to try to increase our lead, and because you never know what the tiebreaker might be. So.
Feels like the last few games, especially here at home, Ant and Julius have done a really solid job of making sure everybody gets a touch, and that a lot of the baskets early in games are assisted and kind of helps get a flow. Just how do you evaluate the way that those two guys have kind of taken the reins as playmakers without having Mike in the starting lineup, especially early in games?
Yeah, I think those guys are the catalyst to our good offense, no matter whether Mike's in the game or not. I mean, those guys, when they're making plays for themselves and their teammates, we're a really good offensive team. And then they both have the ability to kind of ISO and do their thing. So it's a nice combination. I like how they're mixing it and kind of, playing within the flow for the most part. And we discovered last year that that's our recipe, that we have to play this way. So. Thanks.